what I'm calling a movement together, and it's a glance into the campaign around the Irate 8. It was a reaction to the murder of Samuel DuBose, a Cincinnati native. So on July 19th of 2015, Ray Tingling, a UC PD officer, conducted a traffic stop that resulted in a fatality of Mr. Samuel DuBose. It was for not having a license plate, and the crazy thing is that during that time, we found a lot of either tweets or it was trending of unarmed black men getting shot. But this time, it wasn't trending. It wasn't something that I read about or got an email about. This is something I got a text message about. It was happening right around the corner. It was something that my aunt and my extended family was calling me and seeing if I was okay. It wasn't a story anymore. It was real life, and it was happening at this university, and people were really afraid. So the black community, the students here at UC, needed to react in some way. We couldn't just sit back and allow things like this to happen. As an officer is supposed to be protecting us, he's patrolling outside of his means. So this was our reaction to that. And so just to give a little context, this is what the black student life at UC is typically like, trying to serve others, whether it be less fortunate people of the community, or empower, learning about our heritage as we're all studying different things that we're interested in, but also learning how to be a unit all together, and also education. That's why we're all here, and so that's what that stems from, and celebrating each other's greatness. And so as we're all having fun and typically organizing to celebrate, we wanted to organize to react to the fatality and the injustice that was done here on campus. So this is where it all started. As we said, we couldn't sit back and wait anymore, and people were scared. Some people were really, really mad, and some people were confused. What if, and I have a lot of male black friends, what if I was driving? What if that was me? What if it wasn't someone who we just heard about and knew of the community, but one of us? What if that was someone in our classroom? And so about 40 of us got together, and who is now the co-chair of the Irate 8, and 40 black student leaders and just black students got together and decided, okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to organize all of these emotions and be maybe a little productive and do something that is going to be beneficial to the university and to maybe this system that is in place? And we created what is called the Irate 8, and it's based off of the fact that only 8% of, or at the time, there's a lot more now, as I'm sure older classmen can relate to and is evident of, but at the time there's only 8% of the black student life at UC existed here on campus. So the Irate 8 was created. And so we started to give what we call blackout posts all over news feeds, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and we gave solidarity to the family, to the community, to other students that might have been scared, to know that we are all together, we are doing something. It kind of was secretive initially to give a surprise effect, but we started to just flood the social media to let people know that we're here together and we're going to do something about this. And so this was my part in it. We worked with, in kind of injunction with, the United Black Student Association, which I was the marketing director of at the time, and we had a week called Samuel DuBose Week, and it was a forum and almost like a platform for students to come, express themselves, gain awareness, gain knowledge as to what was going on and how we can change it. We had things like a privilege walk where you start to understand where you laid out in regards to your fellow Bearcat, because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. We're all trying to be here, do things that make us grow and feel good, either about ourselves or our community. And so that's what we did during Samuel DuBose Week, and those are some other flyers that I did for UVSA. And these are all the reactions that we got. We felt so good that we were embraced by so many different people and on different platforms, and even different universities were using our hashtags and really joined with us. There are some that were backlash, not in the greatest of ways, but others in ways that made us feel good, that empowered us to keep on going, to know that we were we were supported and our efforts were not being looked over. So this is the United West student, well, where the United West Student Association normally is African American Cultural Resource Center. It's here, and one of the demands of the RA8 was to give an expansion of the center. Think of it almost like studio, a place where you go and you hang out, and different events are held there, but it's a place where you can either feel safe for some, but also belonging. And this is the expansion that happened in early February, and it showed that when we all come together of one sound mind and body, that great things can happen. So this was the ribbon cutting and what is called the village wall, the village keeper's wall, where people that are of the community that are really supporting can be shown and displayed. And this is other parts of the expansion. Now that there's a classroom there, computers for people to do research at, there's printers, and a kitchenette as well. And I just wanted to end on this quote because I think that it's really important, and the guys that are going to come up are going to talk about this, is that when we collaborate, when we're of that sound mind and of almost the same thinking, that we can really do something positive and affect change in a great way. So, thank you.